my truck washed again. It was filthy, so it's good that finally got to get all these dead bugs off the windshield and side view mirrors and grill. By next week, everything's just going to return back to normal anyway, but I don't know. I mean, the company's paying for it, so got to do it. Keep it in somewhat decent shape, I guess. Yeah, this is what my truck looks like after being washed. I know that the minute I get on the I-5 again, I'm gonna hit 1,000 bugs or more. So at least I got it washed. Looks a lot better than before, but yeah, it's gonna get dirty right again. Yeah, this is the 4th week of not so great weeks. You know, drama, you know, just stuff that I think is just a normal part of trucking now. I think when you've got a good week and then 4 weeks in a row of just dumb, annoying things, you realize that, you know what, this is probably the norm. Anyway, this week is just delay after delay. I can't get my miles this week. I'm gonna end up with about 1,500 miles, 1,550 miles or so. That's just the way it is, you know. Can't do anything about it. And everything's drawn out. I had a wait time of about 28 hours. Kid you not, this week. 28 hours because the load was supposed to be ready by a certain time, and I got there early, waited. By the next day, it still wasn't ready. And then later in the evening, it was finally ready. Drove like 2.5 hours that day and tried to make the most of it. But now I'm here at a loading dock because that load that I picked up late was late to my appointment. So they pushed my time out from morning till afternoon. And you know, I got here at like 1:30, not getting unloaded here, so just still waiting. And it's evening time now already. That's just the way things are, you know. And I asked for this coming week to start a day earlier on Monday and see if I can get some decent runs in, so hopefully I can. For those of you that are thinking about getting into trucking, I'm just gonna say, if you don't have the stomach for surprises or things not going your way or things that are supposed to happen and it doesn't happen, if you can't handle those things, you have no business being in trucking. If you do not exercise and having a big capacity, even if you have a big capacity, you have to constantly stretch yourself to make sure that you're not losing it up here. Seriously, I know people that lose it all the time, and it's not healthy for you either. Like for me, I feel like I do a pretty good job being patient, but I get stretched. It's tough sometimes, you know, and it's not the work. The work isn't that tough. It's the mental stress that actually sucks your energy. I get more tired waiting, you know, when I'm not supposed to be waiting. So this is how it is. What are you gonna do? Friday night, sitting in Stockton, waiting for my load to get unloaded. Stopped here at the Easy Trip in Avenal. You can see the I-5 here. Not a great week. Shut down. Got my dinner and taking my walk. Weather's really comfortable. Slight breeze. Can't complain. Just hoping that things get better here because this week hasn't been great. I think it's important to figure out if the job that you have right now is secure or not. Is it something that's going to be replaced by artificial intelligence soon? Find something that you know won't be affected by AI in the near future. Because seriously, even when I call in for help in our company, we've already switched to AI in certain areas. It's crazy, you know. I called in emergency services and I wasn't talking to a human being. I was talking to artificial intelligence. And that's another job replaced right there, right? So I'm just saying, if you feel like you can be replaced by artificial intelligence soon, it'll probably happen. And then what will you do? You know, what kind of work would you be doing? And it's a serious question that you have to ask because this AI technology is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to be reality soon. And a lot of people are going to be phased out. There's still going to be employment, but it'll probably be a downgrade from what you're doing. Less pay, maybe less skill required. You know, just things are going to change, and they keep changing. And even though we want things the way they were, people care about money. They don't care too much about people, you know? So it's unfortunate, but you have to be proactive and on your toes. You know, pretty soon autonomous driving will take over. I mean, right now it probably won't happen right away, but soon it will happen, and even truck drivers are going to slowly get phased out. You know, I think it's going to be another decade or so, but you never know, man. It's just crazy times right now. What's going on, my people? So this week was not a good week. It's like the fourth week of drama and unfavorable results. I am talking about, normally I get about 2,000 plus miles. This week I ended up with 1,500 miles. 4 runs, no 6 runs, 4 runs. One of the delays I had was about 27, 28 hours of waiting for a load. You know, it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do about that? Your load's not ready. You wait almost 28 hours for the load. You get the load, you head out, you get there, and guess what? You were supposed to be there at 7:30 in the morning, and you end up being there at 2 p.m. And then you get out of there at what, 7 p.m., 8 p.m.? I don't know. It is just a snowball effect of things not going your way. So what are you going to do about it, you know? Anyway, I'm hoping that this week is an anomaly and everything is just going to turn back to a smooth normal next week. Wishful thinking, I don't know. But you know what? This past week has been challenging. But you know what? Still make the most of it. Keep a positive attitude and try to make next week better. So far, on the average for this year, this first quarter hasn't been bad. I just had like a few hiccups. And this last month, even though it was challenging, I still got my miles in, except for this last week. Outside of this last week, I've gotten my miles in pretty much the whole quarter. So, you know what? I can't complain. Anyway, things were not as good as I wanted it to be, but in the big scope of things and how this quarter has gone, it wasn't too bad. The quarter ends on Tuesday, March 31st. So, you know, for the amount of drama I've had, it really isn't bad. I just have to have a thicker skin on dealing with this stuff. So anyway, thank you for following me on this journey. God bless all of you. Peace. And until next time, cheers.